truthfully. Like the Clash, I thought we were easily a top 5 car, more than likely a top 3 car, and then go to Daytona, run in the top 5, qualify on the pole. We've had really, really good speed, and we really don't even know each other yet. So I'm excited for what this opportunity is. I was literally telling Marissa just last week, like in the past, I told myself I can win a Cup championship, but down deep, I'm like, man, the odds are it's probably not going to happen. Like being where I was, where now I feel like I can legitimately go win a championship. So just from an equipment standpoint, like the expectations and just even the performance, just the small window I've had at really just Bowman Gray and Daytona, like it's been very eye-opening, just what I feel like I've been racing against. So I'm super optimistic for this year, and I feel like I feel really good about where we're at as a race team. Just being so new, James and I's chemistry, and even like Drew, my spotter, like I figured when we would go to Daytona, like there would be learning curves and things like just that are different, and it was honestly super simple. I felt like I'd been there for 3 or 4 years from a communication standpoint, so I feel really good about where we're at, and just we're only going to get better as time goes.
I mean, what did it take to get the emotions turned around? I mean, obviously, what you find out, the week still goes on. There's still preparation for this event. I mean, how do you shut the noise off to get back into what you have to do?
Yeah, I mean, I was bummed like that night, right? But once I went to bed and woke up the next morning, you just have to move on, right? There's nothing I'm going to be able to do to change the outcome. So, like I said, the team's working obviously on an appeal, but from my standpoint, all I can do is prepare the best I can and try to win the race this week, next week, whatever week we're going. That's my goal and job, is to try to win the race. So it doesn't really change a whole lot from my side. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't like down in the dumps that night, but after that, I kind of forgot about it and just tried to move on to this week.
Do you ask your guys, like, okay, so what did we get caught with? What would it have made a difference? Like, do you get into it, or are you like, that's your job, and I am not going to try to understand what we're doing or what?
I can't tell you anything about setting a car up. I couldn't even put one together. So yeah, I don't even ask. They don't tell me how to drive the thing. I don't tell them how to build it. So yeah, I don't get into the weeds on that stuff. Just because even if I ask, like they could tell me one thing, they could make something up, and I wouldn't even know what they're talking about half the time. So yeah, I don't even ask.
How do you find this out? Do they give you are they calling you and they're like, guess what, Chase? I mean, what is that like?
Yeah, so Brad Moran calls, and he actually did the same thing when at SHR we got in trouble. He calls you and, hey buddy, got some bad news for you. We found something on the car. We're going to be coming out here in the next 20, 30 minutes. Just wanted to give you a heads up. So yeah, that's how I found out. And then from there, obviously talked to JGR and executives and James and everybody else. So yeah, you never want a phone call from Brad.
So you talked a second ago about kind of seeing what you've been racing against. Does that you put more pressure on yourself having?
I think just the expectation's higher. So, the pressure on yourself is a little bit different just because you know what it's capable of. JGR has proven year after year after year that they can go win races, multiple races, where at SHR, that wasn't necessarily the case. Nobody else was really winning, so the pressure's not as high. But here, my teammates are going to be winning, so I need to be winning as well.
Jared Haas with Frontstretch.com. Come back soon for more great racing videos. And if you like us, make sure to hit that subscribe button.